Okay, hello YouTube. So welcome to the first installment of MUET Reading Comprehension webinar. This webinar is designed to teach you how to answer MUET Reading Comprehension question effectively. So with me tonight, we have 3 students from Diploma in English Communication. Okay, and they are from the Sakura group. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to ALIA NADHIRA, Fatihah Mohamed, and AMNI ANWAR. Okay, so the 3 students, they are going to explain to you on how to answer TFNS or true false not stated type question, supporting detail type question, and fact and opinion type question. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with ALIA NADHIRA with true, false, and not stated type question. Over to you, ALIA. Okay, go ahead.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to Mr. Mark and my dearest classmate and also the audience at home. My name is ALIA NADHIRA binti ISMAIL. I'm from BDC 5B from College Professor Mara in the Quarter. And for today, I'm going to explain you in detail how to answer the FNS questions. So let's begin. As you can see here, this is the FNS SOP. But first of all, we have to know how to distinguish the FNS question with other types of questions. So it's really easy to distinguish the FNS from other types of questions such as SD or FO. Just take a look at the answer option. If the answer is true, if the answer option is true, false, or not stated, it is really 100% is a FNS question. So that is just how you distinguish the FNS question from other questions. Okay, let's move on to the FNS SOP. First of all, read the statement. I highlighted again. Read the statements carefully and you have to really know your vocab well. Second, you have to highlight the keywords. And for third steps, you have to circle the adjectives and noun such as KPMIM, library, or paham. Okay, I will separate it 3 different steps for true, false, and not stated to make it easier for you guys to understand. For true question, for true answers, first of all, you have to scan the keywords in the text. It is really important to know that the method of answering the FNS question is scanning the text. So you have to scan the keywords in the text carefully and highlight the synonyms or similar phrases in the text. I repeat, synonym and similar phrases because it is a true answer. Compare the keywords with the phrases in the text, and if it matches, the answer is true. And for false answer, you have to also scan the keywords in the text carefully, highlight the antonyms or opposite phrases in the text, compare the keywords found in the text, and if it's not matching, the answer is false. Okay, I repeat, false if the keyword is not matching with the keywords we found in the statement, and for true, the keywords found in the statement and in the text is matching. Okay, understand? For not stated answer, of course, scan the keywords in the text once again, and if there is no keyword found, nor synonyms or antonym, then your answer will likely to be not stated. Sorry, I repeat. For not stated, the keywords, there will be no keywords found, whether it's antonym or synonym, it is not there in the text, so the answer will be likely not stated. Okay, I will explain in detail by using the equation I've prepared for you guys. let's take a look at question number 1. Medical tourism in Malaysia has been a thriving industry in the last few decades. Repeat, let's repeat the question and truly understand the statement well. Medical tourism in Malaysia has been a thriving industry in the last few decades. Okay, and then second step, remember you have to highlight the keywords. Let's combine the second step and the third step, which is to highlight and also circle the keywords, which is noun or adjectives. Okay, medical tourism, Malaysia, thriving industry, and the last few decades. So the keywords are medical tourism, Malaysia, thriving industry, and last few decades. Okay, what is the method for the FNS question? Yes, it is true. It is the FNS. You have to scan. Let's take a look at the text. Okay, so you have to scan. Okay, you have to scan the text really well and carefully so that you won't miss the keywords. Okay, let's take a look at paragraph 1, line 1 until 2. It has medical tourism, the first keywords, Malaysia, and as I said earlier, it's not only the keyword, it's not only the exact same keywords, but also synonyms or similar phrases. Thriving industry. Let's take a look at thriving industry. It is not stated thriving industry, but it's actually stated indirectly. I mean, the synonyms and the similar phrases actually is been on the rise over a couple decades. Been on the rise is also has like the same meaning such as with thriving industry. It has been on the rise. So let's compare the keywords found in the text and also the keywords in the statement. It is matching, right? It has medical tourism, it has Malaysia, it has been on the rise over a couple of decades, which is the same meaning such as thriving industry. So guys, what is the answer? The answer is true. To make it more clear, I have already provided the second question. Okay, let's take a look. First, you have to read the question carefully. To read the statement carefully, Malaysia is a popular destination for medical tourists mainly because of language compatibility. Repeat, Malaysia is a popular destination for medical tourists mainly because of language compatibility. Okay, let's highlight and also circle the keywords. What is the keyword? What are the keywords? It is Malaysia, popular destination, medical tourists, and language compatibility. Let's check it once again. The keywords are Malaysia, popular destination, medical tourists, and language compatibility. Okay, let's refer and scan really carefully in the text provided. Okay, let's take a look at paragraph number 3, line 17 until line 18. The main reason behind the flourishing medical tourism industry is the comparatively low cost of medical treatment in Malaysia. Okay, guys, let's scan the keywords here. It is medical tourism, medical Malaysia, okay, and flourishing medical tourism has shared the same meaning with popular destination, which is popular destination is being tourist choice. So okay, we have to read this the words really carefully, the sentence really carefully. The main reason behind the flourishing medical tourism industry is comparatively low cost of medical treatment. We cannot find the words language compatibility, right? We cannot find this word. However, we cannot find language compatibility, which is the main reason on why Malaysia is a popular tourist destination for medical tourists. So let's take a look at the sentence once again, which is the comparatively low cost medical treatment. It is the antonym. It has different phrases with language compatibility because it says here comparatively low cost of medical treatment. Thus, the answer is false because the reason Malaysia is popular destination is not because of language compatibility, but actually because of the low cost treatment. Okay, that's all for me. I hope you guys can understand really well what I've explained about the FNS question and how to answer this question carefully. So I will pass my next TFN SOP to my beloved friend, which is AMNI for SD.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to my lecturer, Mr. Mark, and to my group members and also to the audience who are listening. So my name is Wan AMNI binti Wan KHAIRUL ANWAR, and I am the second representative from my group Sakura, and I will be explaining on how to answer the MUET reading question, specifically for the supporting details type of questions. So, I will be sharing with you my SOP, but first, I will be explaining what is supporting details. Supporting details is sentences that helps us to understand more about the main idea. Usually, the sentences contains facts, statements, or examples. So how do we identify SD types of questions? So when we read the question or statement given, we have to identify if there are words like because or is that. So that shows that it is a SD types of questions because it asks us to finish the sentences. So moving on to my SOP, the first step is to read the question or statement given carefully, and then you need to read it twice, and then you need to identify if there are words like because or is that in the question or statement. Just like I said before, by if you see these kinds of words, then this means that we need to finish the sentences by looking at the supporting details like facts, statements, or examples. Next, the third step is to match. You identify the lines in the statement and highlight them in the text. Usually in the question or statement given, they will give the line number. So you need to highlight the line number and then we highlight them in the passage given. Next, the scan. We scan the paragraph after the highlighted lines to find the supporting details. Why is that so? Because when we highlighted the lines based on the question given, it is a supporting details type of question. So the answer must be after the main idea because the function of SD is to support the main idea and to give full understanding towards the main idea. So finally, choose the correct answer. So I will demonstrate on two questions to make you guys understand more. The first question is, who is deemed responsible for the content that is published on a Facebook page? Even though it does not have the word because or is that, but it asks a direct question. So we need to highlight the keyword which is who, responsible for the content that is published on a Facebook page, because that is the main idea, and we want to know who is responsible, which is the facts. So I have cut the text into short sentences so that it will not be too messy. So administrator can also take precautionary steps to filter out confessions that are defamatory and offensive. Page administrators are deemed a publisher of content and as such are held accountable for all posts on the Facebook page. So next, we match with the keyword, which is responsible, deemed responsible for the content that is published on the Facebook page. So we can see this in the line, deemed a publisher of content and as such are held accountable for all posts on the Facebook page. Then we highlight it. So we can see that it matches with the question, and the question asks who. So because it does not have the next sentence, we look at the before, because sometimes the answer might be in front of the sentence. So in the sentence said, page administrators are deemed a publisher of content and as such are held accountable for all posts on the Facebook page. The question is who. So we can see that page administrators are the ones who are responsible for the content that is published on the Facebook page. So it matches with the question. So the answer is A, the page administrator. I will demonstrate another question to make you guys understand more. So the next question is, Barbie was inspired by Barbara Handler, line 2 to 3, because, so as I can say, like the step 2, which is identify the words, which is because. So we can see clearly that there is the word because. So we highlight it. And then we highlight the line number to easily identify it in the passage. So I have cut the passage into lines 2 and 3. So the passage is, Barbie was inspired by Barbara Handler, the daughter of Ruth and Elliot Handler. We can see that it is the same. So we highlight it. And then we look at the next sentence, which is the daughter of Ruth and Elliot Handler. However, it does not explain because the question asks us, why was Barbie inspired by Barbara Handler? So we look at the next sentences, which is, in the early 1950s, Ruth Handler, one of the founders of Mattel, saw that her young daughter Barbara and her girlfriends enjoyed playing with adult female dolls as much or more than with baby dolls. So we highlight the next sentence, which is, Ruth Handler, one of the founders of Mattel, saw that her young daughter Barbara and her girlfriends enjoyed playing with adult female dolls. Next, we look at the answer given, which is A, the inventor noticed how her daughter liked to play with dolls, and B, Barbie's appearance and wardrobe was similar to the inventor's daughter, and C, Barbie's different occupations represented the inventor's ambition for her daughter. We can see that it matches with the A answer because the B and C answer we cannot be seeing it in the passage. So the answer is A. The inventor noticed how her daughter liked to play with dolls. So that is all from me. I hope that my SOP will help you guys to answer ST types of questions easily because it is a very simple kind of question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, AMNI. And finally, we are going to listen to the explanation from Fatihah. Fatihah? Over to you.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. I bid to Mr. Ma and my friends. Today, first, my name is NURFATIHah binti Mohamed. I'm from DEC 5B. So today I will be presenting my SOP, which is facts and opinion. So the first thing, I will explain on how to identify the type of question. So the first thing, when you go through all the questions, there must be 2 or 3 FO questions, which is in the questions, there will be a bold word which is accept or true. The words must be in bold. So if you found that in the question, so that question must be FO question. So I'll be explaining my SOP. So step 1 is you have to read the question and the answer option first, understand the question, and then step 2 is highlight the bold word in the question, which is accept and true, and also the important keywords such as what question 1. And then step 3 is scan the text carefully. By the way, if the question require you to look at the um, paragraph, like you have to scan the particular paragraph and match with the important keywords. And then step 4 is after you scan the text, and then you have to cross the sentences in the answer that is not consistent with the important keywords. And then step 5 is make sure you recheck the answer carefully, because it will it will a little bit confusing. So next, I will demonstrate you on how to answer this question. So the first step is you have to go through all the questions and then find the FO questions. So the number 4 is FO question, because there's true word with bold font. So read the question. Which of the following is true of paragraph 3? So this question give you specific paragraph. So you just have to scan paragraph 3. So paragraph 3. From the beginning, Karim was very much a loner and did not like socializing with others his age. He did most of his work alone and never went on any class trip or excursions. Sometimes it seems like he even dreaded talking to his own family. I thought that he hated the society he lived in. It took me a long while to realize that he struggled remembering the right things to say. It dawned on me that autistic people do want friends but don't understand how to socially interact with other people. So go back to the question. So basically this question is trying to find the true statement. So um you have to highlight, actually. You have to highlight the keywords, and the question 1, the true statement. So you have to see what the true. So current enjoy class section is not the answer, because here there's no stated, because it stated that never went on any class trip or excursions. So you have to cross the sentence that is not consistent. So cross. B, Karen had trouble talking to his own family. This is might be right, because in the text you can see that it stated that sometimes it seems like he even dreaded talking to his own family. So let's move on to the question. Answer C. Karen had difficulty remembering his experiences. If we go to the text, there's no sentences that tells Karim had difficulties in remembering experiences. So we cross the answer. So the answer is B. So let's move on to the next question. So in this question, there's 3 FO questions. So I will just explain you one. Based on paragraph 3, we should take step to secure the retirement fund that we won't accept. So this is this question um, want the wrong statements, not the true statements. So we go to paragraph 3 and see. Okay. You read the answer given. We should save 10% to 25% of our income as a general rule. And you go to the paragraph, you find the exact same sentence. If there's the sentence in the text, and then you cross the sentence because the question wants the false statement. So okay, we go to the sentence here. Therefore, a general calculation might be that we need to save 10 to 25%. So this is true. We have to cross this the answer. B, we should think of how much we spend instead of how much we earn. So you go to the text and see whether the sentence is there. So I found it here. We should think of how we spend, not how much we want to earn. So this sentence also true. So you have to cross the answer because the question wants the false statement, not the true statement. So the answer will be C. So that's how you answer FO questions. Thank you. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you very much, Fatihah. And thank you to all the ladies for sharing their knowledge on how to answer MUET reading comprehension question effectively. Thank you very much. So that's the end. That's the end of our webinar session. This is the first installment. We have another 5 more episodes to go. So hopefully you will join us again in the future. Thank you very much and good night.